What's going on, friends? What's going on, family? How y'all doing out there? It's Thursday night, y'all. It's Thursday night. This week has flown by. It's a rainy night in Georgia. Getting ready to snow this weekend. Everything going on. But hey, it's good to be able to come to talk to y'all tonight. I got my boys with me. I got Greg Setter and JR Boxing on this Thursday night, along with the best chat room on YouTube. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live to drop a video. And also, hey, join the membership. Join the membership. Join the membership if you don't mind. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. That's who we got. Steel T, what's going on? How you doing? Appreciate you. I love CC. I see you. Appreciate it. JR, she said, Patty Greg, you crazy. Carolyn Shepard, what's going on? Miss Crystal Wise Williams, hadn't seen you this week, but I'm glad you showed up tonight. PC Porter, my dog, is in the building. RD, the one and only. Ring my bell, what's going on? Appreciate you tonight. Appreciate you tonight. BD, what's going on? Miss Patricia Gordon is in the building. Lisa G, what's up, Lisa? What's going on, Lisa G? You all right? Mama Tia is in the building tonight. Appreciate you. Reverend Nelson, what's going on, Rep? Appreciate you tonight, Rep. Jackie Henderson is in the building. We see you, we see you, we see you. Jacqueline Pearson is in the building. Man, much love. My dog, Wayne Hood, is in the building. What's up, Wayne Hood? Let me bring JR up. There he is. JR is in the building.
What's happening, B Watts?
What's going on, bro? How you feeling, man?
Man, not much, man. Just chilling. Hey, get ready for that bad weather, just like you, man.
Rain
ain't really hit us yet, but
you getting it too?
Some snow. Yeah, we're supposed to get some snow. For sure.
Yeah, we're supposed to get it that weekend, big dog. So I went in the store, did my little shopping, man. I wanted to go early today, but I went late. So many in the store, people in the store.
Yeah, man. We picked up odds and ends.
I said, man, who here hollering me B Watt, man? Everybody there hollering B Watt. That be you. I'm used to Bernard.
Yeah.
What time that show coming on tonight? What? I said, oh man, okay then. All right. Yeah, man. But getting ready for that snow, man. It is what it is, man. We're gonna make it do what it do.
For sure. What's that in the chat? What's up? What's good, chat?
Michael Lockhart is in the building. B. Jackson, what's going on, B. Jackson? Appreciate you tonight. Chat, what's going on? Y'all hit that like button for us now. Big dog, let's go and jump into this thing. Greg will pull up when he probably eating backstage.
Yeah,
let's go and get into it. Hey, I got a question. My neighbor asked me this question, JR. Is it best for Shedeur to go in as the backup quarterback instead of the starting quarterback? Because if it goes south, he coming out, B. Watts, he ain't going back in. I said, ooh. He told me, he said, B. Watts, if you go out there and throw them 10 interceptions this year, he ain't going back in. Plus, you're going to have a new coach, hit job on the line, everybody going to be looking. So I said, I'll tell you what, let me ask JR. He'll tell me like it is. I told him, man, ain't no way Shedeur going to go out like that. Shedeur going to be the starter, my neighbor. He said, I don't know, B.Y. be the best he to go in. I said, nah, he gonna have a whole offseason. What's your thought on that?
Look, hey, you know the most popular person on the roster is the backup quarterback, man. That's the most popular person.
Oh, man, they are not too, man.
So, Look, as a competitor, man, myself, look, I would want to go in as a starter. Like
Yeah,
I want to start the season off. And look, if I'm gonna fall on my sword, I'm gonna fall on my sword. It
that's
is
it.
what it is,
It
right?
is what it is. It's
Uh,
Cleveland Brown, bro.
you got to capitalize on that opportunity, but Shador got to understand what's around him.
Yeah.
Like if Cam Robinson, your left tackle again, you
Oh,
gotta
bro, we know
you
we ain't
gotta
going back to
understand
that,
where
man.
you at. So I would say to that is, look, you ain't got to play out of body. You know what I'm saying? You play within the structure of the offense because everybody being evaluated, right? Every play
Right.
on the field being evaluated. So if you're doing things that are uncharacteristic, like it may work, but the rule is it usually doesn't, right? The exception, some people make exceptions and some people able to make things work, but typically the rule is you follow the standard, you go to status quo, you take care of the ball, you throw it away, you hit the check down, and then that keeps you employed, right? But if
Right.
you go and you're looking for the big play, you're looking for the deep shot, you take, too many sacks, you turn over the ball, everybody that love them, they're gonna boo him too. Because now Kevin Stefanski gone, right? So it ain't Stefanski no more. And you're gonna have a whole new offensive team in there.
Yeah.
So players are the players, right? So if Cam Robinson's still left tackle and he getting beat every down, people gonna notice that. Be like, man, he really can't do anything. He can't get to the next progression because they overload the left side and the left tackle can't get things. So they'll operate around that. But if you go out there, you careless with the ball, you go out there and you trying to make the big play, but it's just not quite happening. Most popular person on the team, backup quarterback, and you know that to be true, B. Watts.
Yeah, this can be true, Jay. I mean, I asked you because my neighbor shot me when I was going to my mailbox, and he asked me that. I said, "Man, why you ask me that? You know, I'm to do a bag up. We don't do bag ups, man." But anyway, Jr. When it comes down to the coaching search, is it best for them to hire a veteran head coach like the defensive coordinator, or go with somebody who's never done before? Is that important, or is it getting the offensive coordinator important for Shador? Which one?
Man, me personally, I think they need a veteran, man. You need some stability there. You
God,
know,
you want to go with that DC? He the only vet.
I mean, I wouldn't go with Jim Schwartz,
I mean, he the
but
only one they're interviewing.
I know. That's why I'm like, I don't understand the coaching search or the coaching pool. I mean, look, the Bills just got rid of Sean McDermott. He's a tenured coach. He was there, 8 years or 9 years up in Buffalo. Bring some structure to the organization. He still has a defensive mindset. I understand you don't want to move off of Jim Schwartz, but I think if you want to keep Jim Schwartz there, I think that'd be a good marriage between Sean McDermott and Jim Schwartz. I want to say they crossed paths when they was with the Eagles at some point. Jim Schwartz was the defense coordinator with the Eagles. I want to say maybe McDermott was under his staff or under his tutelage somewhere along the line, but they both have defensive mindsets. Because to me, it's like I think of it like we both retired, right? But
Right.
when you had new people coming in and they like, well, this person is gonna be the next person in charge and stuff like that, and you looking like, oh, they're kind of young, man. Like, I know you may be
Yeah.
heavily college educated, PhD, or whatever, and whatever skill set you're in, but like, God, dog, man. So it's gonna be some learning curves with a new coach, right?
It
A
is.
tenured person kind of know how to stand up to adversity a little bit better from an administrator standpoint. I'll say that.
Yeah, but he ain't won. He didn't win in Detroit, bro, when he was a head coach. He ain't been in the field at least 10 years, bro. If
Yeah,
they go
that's
that route. I mean, it's on Cleveland. They the one who dug this hole for him by doing their research on the head coach. But still, man, they could have had Brian Flores. They could have asked Mike Tomlin. They could have rolled the bag out for him to come in now. Because they need stability. Right now,
stability, man.
everybody looking at them like they the worst, and the Cleveland media ain't making no worse. They don't like Shedeur. They don't want Shedeur. That's why probably some of them coaches don't even want to come there. Got to deal with that media.
Yeah, I mean, look, media is everywhere. As far as what's
Not
going on,
anything
what's
like
transpiring. Well, look,
I guess they've been covering a losing team so long they can't help but to be negative about it.
Yeah, I mean that could be some of the case right there. But I mean, it's an uneasy situation. You don't really know what your true quarterback situation is. Because look, I think a lot of these coaches that's coming in, especially a new coach, you get a new coach typically want a quarterback out of the draft. That's typically what they want. Or they're going to try to go get a guy that's familiar with their system in free agency. So you bring it in, let's say they bring in the coach, the offensive coordinator from the Jaguars. They run a certain style of system or something like that. I think that's a comparable system to fit Shedeur. I think that's a comparable system to fit Deshaun Watson, whoever the starter going to be. Dylan Gabriel, whatever quarterback is still on the list. But that offensive coordinator probably going to want a guy that he's familiar with to help transition the offense. He's going to want that guy so they can be in that quarterback room and, these are some of the checkdowns, these are some of the calls, this is some of the this, that, so I look at it like that. But to me, I think they need to get a tenured coach in there. I would go with a defensive coach. I would go with a guy, Sean McDermott. I would go with a Brian Flores. But obviously, those coaches got to want that job because, look, Mike McDaniel, he told them, I'm not coming to the second interview. He's like, I'm good. I'm going to cancel, and I'm going to take the offensive coordinator job out with the LA Chargers. So I was like, that's not
Come on, Jay. They wasn't the only team. Now, Cleveland wasn't the only team. It was some more. It was some more other teams he told, no, I ain't gonna let you do that tonight. Yeah,
we
I ain't gonna let you do that. Though. It was some more other teams. Yeah, because it's the obvious thing to do. To dump it on Cleveland and Shedeur is there.
Oh,
they gonna get more traction. Yeah, right. Miami, appreciate that $4.99. They need to go get Buffalo coach and let him go to the Super Bowl this year and have everyone sick. Yep. I said the same thing.
Man. Buffalo coach, man.
Yeah, he did a good job, He did a good job while he was up there. He didn't have nothing either up there in Buffalo, but Josh Allen. But anyway, all right, let me ask you this last thing about Cleveland, right? Kevin Stefanski taking the offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees, with him to Atlanta, right? Check this out. Check this out, JR. If Kevin and his coaches have the Atlanta Falcons offense looking good, would it be a blemish on Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns?
I don't think so.
He in Atlanta now. He turned their offensive side around with the same coaches, and then Cleveland still looking like they look this year. Would it be a negative on the Cleveland Browns?
I don't think so. I mean, it's a player personnel type of situation. Like you looking at Cleveland, like they got a stud running back. I mean, not Cleveland, the Atlanta Falcons. You got a stud running back in Bijan Robinson. You got what's his name? Drake London. He's I'm not gonna say he's a bona fide number one guy. But he's highly productive. He's more productive than Jerry Jeudy. I'll tell you that. So he's highly productive. I'm still not sold on the tight end. It was a contract year for that tight end, so he was going all out because he want to get to that second contract, to that higher tier contract. But they got a solid offensive line. Their defense is solid. So it'd be more so just a player personnel thing, man. Cleveland was playing with some scraps, man. They had the boy Shedeur out there playing with some scraps on that offensive line, Greg, and you know it, dog. That's why Greg laughing. Greg, I mean, dog, he was out there Greg, playing with some scraps.
If Kevin Stefanski, Greg, go out there and turn around Atlanta offense and Cleveland Brown offense still looking bad, would it be bad look on Shedeur and the Cleveland Brown, or Kevin just was a better coach? He said Cleveland was trash. Yeah.
So y'all heard my metaphor, right? About it's two wrestlers, right? One of them got on like the black drawers, and he wait in the rain and it's dark, and everybody like and the guy come out the tunnel. Well, any team that has Kevin Stefanski, whatever his name is, they gonna be the team. They drawers don't have no name on it. They don't have no logo, no initial, no nothing on it. They just got regular drawers. I don't know what that rule is. Your drawers has got to be black, blue, orange, not white. He can't even wear no neon colors. He can't wear no neon green. He gotta wear like basic primary colors, right? Because you can't take away from the superstar. And that's Kevin. That's his role, man. He understands his role. That's why he made sure Shedeur them and when he kicked them field goals. He know my job is to lose. Why else do you come to the Falcons? Ain't that what all the coaches come to do?
Yeah, they would look like them in Cleveland.
Because the Falcons, Cleveland Browns, they wear black drawers. You really, they both can wear black drawers. I mean, they playing. So I don't really, I don't know what you expect. You say if and all that. If was a fifth, because you got to look at the fact, all his quarterbacks gonna throw 10 yards and less. So it's gonna be one of them games. So you better have a good running back. You see what happened to Cleveland running back? Did he make it through the season?
No, they got hurt.
Falcons, they gonna get out there and they gonna run them little dink and dunk plays, and defense gonna come all the way in and down on them, and they gonna continue to be the Falcons. It's not like it's gonna stand out like, oh, the Falcons is getting whooped. Like they put him at the perfect team. So it's gonna fit. It's gonna look normal to the Falcons fan. They're gonna have the gasoline tanks with the pictures on there on Facebook, looking at the Mercedes-Benz, all that stuff, and complaining and want to fight and cuss out the team. They're gonna get to do business as usual. It's gonna fit right in.
Yeah. JR, let's switch over and talk about Colorado. We got about less than 35 minutes. All right, let's switch over to Colorado. Just the fall workout, they don't start working out and everything. They had a guy today running a 4.3. I think it was a wide receiver that came from Sacramento State. They found him at a 4.3. But I ain't saying that gonna translate to the field because last year, I ain't getting into that. But still,
who you had last year ran a 4.3. That boy ran like a 10-1 in 100.
They throw him, boy. They do him and get it, JR. Now, can he run like that with shoulder pads on? Can he run a route?
He was the leading receiver at the last school.
Yeah, I mean, look, he put up 700. He put up 700 at Sac State.
So Sil Brown put up 1,000 at Brown University, wherever he came from.
Yeah, I mean, will it translate? You hope, right? Because now,
I ain't giving out no hope.
No, I'm just saying you hope. And you hope it's because, look, you got a different set of receivers. Look, at Sacramento State, he was the number one target. So it's going to translate you the number one target. You getting the first look. And if you open on your first look, then you probably going to get the ball. That was the same thing with Cecil Brown. He had 1,100 yards at Campbell University or something like that. He was the number one target. He was the first look. But when he got to Colorado, he wasn't the first look no more. So, what does that look like in Brendan Marion system? Something that was interesting to me. He said he was having a conversation. He said Ford and Ferraris, and he was like, "No, I'm bringing you some Ferraris because the Fords they just block. The Ferraris get the ball. So if he considers Ernest Campbell a Ferrari, then Ernest Campbell gonna get the ball. So if you're a Ferrari, he get the ball. If you're a Ford, he'll be out there blocking. So it just.
Well, he gonna get the ball because that's his guy.
I mean, so you would hope it translate with the amount of targets that you get, Greg.
How would it? First of all, Sincere Brown didn't come with his coordinator. His coordinator stayed at Campbell, I believe. Sincere Brown played for Pat Schumer, aka Stefanski Sr. So they come from the same Christmas tree. So therefore, some Christmas trees have real like little needles on it, and some of them fake, and they shed. They come out the same Christmas tree. How about that? So that's why they produced the kind of points that they did, and they had identical points. So I wouldn't sit up here and compare them to Sid Brown, because that's not fair. Because Sid Brown came by himself into a dead offense, and like he said, he wasn't the number one target. So they didn't even know who was the number one quarterback. So who cares what target? You might have been the number one target with the third string quarterback who won playing. So they wasted him because the offense wasn't built for him. This offense is built for this boy. This boy was recruited to that school because it was built for him. Matter of fact, they brought all of them. You see, they all look the same. They all about the same build.
Yeah.
That's why Q for sense he be happy, because they all built. They all like clones. They all the same height. They all the same type of skinny. What's that? Scudero and Q6, Campbell, your boy Perry, all of them look like they clones as far as the height and size, and they all speedsters. So clearly he got a type for his offense, because it's gonna be a lot of motion. You know what it reminds me of? What's scary that this offense can be is like how Georgia Tech had that one guy, and they took him after that 1 year, Singleton. Singleton come up there and go in reverse, and it's a wrap on them jet sweeps. Nobody can stop them jet sweeps. They couldn't stop the quarterback or the jet sweep. No, you got about 4 Singletons. If that offensive coordinator, he the one that decide this, how he gonna use them. Hopefully, he ain't gonna waste them. He gonna build a playbook around that. Speed in motion, speed come around the bat and doing some type of option and all that weird stuff that he like to do. That's the type of receiver he want.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how that play out. It's some other player that committed, but they say he didn't have enough. I heard Coach Prime talking about, but he didn't call the person name. Y'all know who that was? He had an eligibility.
Yeah, I believe the name was Ezra Christensen.
What side of the ball he played on?
That defense guy.
Yeah, he was a defensive guy. Defensive tackle. He's coming from I want to say like New Mexico State, something like that.
New Mexico guy.
Had a lot of productivity there in New Mexico State, but the eligibility ruling, I guess, was only for last season. It didn't roll over to this season, so he out of eligibility, and he on to the professional ranks. If he so chooses. But yeah, it's just unfortunate, man. He ain't have enough coins left in the piggy bank, man. NCAA said, nope, that's it, brother. That was only for last year.
He played on the defensive line.
Yeah.
Somebody said
defensive tackle.
Playing for Birds, he played on defensive line. Dog, boy. Big dude, huh? Man, they needed that.
Yeah.
I guess he'll go back in there and find somebody else.
You might just go to Indiana. They'll take him.
Yeah, he sure will.
Indiana, Utah, they found a way to get their old folks on the team.
BYU too.
They got special invitation eligibility for they 25-year-old players.
Special waiver. They get the special
I think
waiver.
our ran out with Shiloh. I don't know how many years he played. Shiloh played about 6-7 years too.
Yeah, I think Shiloh was at 6.
Yeah.
So, JR, who the most important coach on the team, man, that Coach Prime brought in? You think he's going to be the linebacker coach or the offensive coordinator? The only two done brought in, and the tight end coach.
I think the most important going to be the offensive coordinator. Obviously, you got to score points. Points got to be scored, and they got to be scored in abundance. Because look, we don't know what the defense is going to look like. I mean, look, they gave up a lot. They gave up a lot last year. So
why we don't know what it's gonna look like? It's been looking like in the same 3 years. Why we don't know what it's gonna look like?
The reason why I say we don't know what it's gonna look like, because I'm remaining optimistic, unlike you, B. Watts. I'm remaining optimistic. They brought in some new, some more talent, some more players. So you would be hopeful that it looks different. But I would say the offense, you got to score points at the end of the day.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's like, they say math, reading, and arithmetic in elementary school. The football, running, passing, catching, blocking, tackling. If you can't do those things, I can't help you. And I mean, I don't know what disease they got out there in Colorado where they can't find a DB, but hopefully they find it this year. Because the only year they did good is when they actually knew the DB is going to be. Until Travis got hurt, and then you had Hood going now. They didn't have to worry about DBs that year. That first year and that last season, they switched the DBs like draws, like Coach Prime draws. I mean, they just switching them around. They got that with muffs on their hand, one hand DB. I ain't never thought a man try to play DB with one hand.
They had a bunch of them out there.
Every level.
They all had
linemen. I seen linemen play with Cass and stuff. Maybe even a linebacker. But you a DB, so you know you can't control the fact that your DBs can't cover. That's a recruiting issue. You can't control that your linebackers running like Stevie Wonder into the wrong hole. You know, that's an issue. If you call a play and the man get back there and bump chests with the guy or pull at his shirt instead of hit him, then I don't know. Livingston can hide behind that. He can hide behind that easy. The guy was back there. 3 people hit him. They was tagging off like they was at practice. Coach, you need to stop letting them tag off at practice because 5 guys touched him in the backfield. He ran for a 47-yard touchdown. So, I mean, what can you say? I mean, you can't even blame the play. Coach Prime can't even fire the man. Because even the year before, when they lost to Kansas, when Hill Green was there, you really needed another linebacker like him there.
Mm-hmm.
They got 3 of them this year. So you got no excuse. And you got 2 very good young freshman linebackers. Best freshman linebackers you done brought in as far as caliber, size, and ability. These the best 2. Everybody wanted these boys. You got the best 2 of the best freshman linebackers that you've had. Then you got 3 strong guys out the portal. And then you got some guys from last year, whatever they gonna do. So you can't say you ain't gonna find a linebacker. And you got rid of Hart, good guy. Hart good. Hart know how to recruit. He know how to pray. He might even know how to sing a hymn or 2. But I wouldn't trust him to line up my linebackers or choose them. Because how did Hill Green not play until the 3rd game and he ended up running through everybody? And you got doggone Trevor Woods out there. So it's like, okay, maybe we got it right. If the linebackers do good, you got hope. Because you know them got good tackles. You got some good edge rushers. They going to do good enough. If the linebackers good and your DBs actually not a cover, Livingston going to look good. Because they're going to be up by 3 touchdowns a lot of times.
Yeah. That's why I said, to me, that's why I say the offense, the most important, man. To me, from the coaches that were hired, I would say the offense, because we don't know what necessarily what the defense going to look like. You hope it's better, though. But I would say the offense, man, you got to score some points. Put some pressure on the other team. More points you score, you put pressure on the other team for them to get out of their game plan, right? If you're a running team and you want to just run the ball, but we up 21 on you, you probably ain't gonna run that ball no more. You're probably gonna start passing it. So make you get out of your comfort zone and hopefully make you cause some mistakes and such things like that. Because that's how you lose to BYU. BYU just felt comfortable running the ball. What Kalani Sitake said, we wanted to see if they could swim. We wanted to take them to the deep end and see if they could still swim with us at the end.
Yeah.
As bad as that's what he said. As bad as the defense was all year, as bad as they were in that game, they were still in it. Literally still in the game. But you get to the 4th quarter, you got miscues from the offensive side of the ball. You got incomplete passes. You got drops. You got wide receivers, illegal procedure. All of those things happen in the 4th quarter. Defense folded after that. So that's why I say the offense, man. The offense got to stay clicking, keep the pressure on. Because when CU got up on BYU early, they was up on them early. Wasn't it 14-0 in the 1st quarter? They was up on them.
By mistake. You get up on you and look like they was confused. Oh, my goodness, we got the lead.
By happenstance, they was up, Greg, 14-0. That quarterback back there trying to throw the ball. Bear, whatever. What's the name? Bear something? He's trying to throw the ball. He ain't no thrower of the ball. And then Sitake said, all right, CU made a mistake. We got the ball on the plus side of the 50. They just ran the ball the whole time. That's it. all the way to the end. And that's how they won. That's how they beat us. So that offense got to keep that pressure on, man. They got to score them points.
Look here. The offense is gonna be what it is. The man got a track record everywhere he go. He can get the JV team and put up 20, 30 points. Like all these weapons we talking about, that's overkill for him. That's why he like a kid in the candy store. Like, cause he had A. Campbell. Now you got A. Campbell, A. Perry,
Yeah,
a Scudero, you know, plus what we already had, a JoJo Williams, a Moore, people like that he wouldn't even be able to get at the schools he was at. Moore was at Texas. So it's like, he already looking like y'all fools don't even know. I feel like he kind of cocky like Coach Prime. He out there. You know, this dude in the front row in the meetings. I'm looking at this. He all up in the coach face in the weight room. Like he like, where's Waldo? He tripping out. Everywhere you look, he right down the front. I said, he ain't no kid. That's Coach Marion. He had all the means. He had the weight room. He's stretching. He everywhere. He making a point. He like, boy, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Boy, I get to be on the camera. I'm gonna build this brand. I'm finna, everybody gonna know me. I'm finna run it. He said he been waiting for this for his whole life. He is not finna drop the bait. He remind me like of a Travis Hunter. Silly, but he gonna show up. And he gonna be consistently showing up. This is his opportunity, man. That man ain't playing around. That man got more weapons, better line. There's no way he gonna not perform. He's not gonna not perform. He said, I can do the job with half of this. Y'all give me all this. Y'all give me all these facilities. Now I can recruit. I can get the players I really want. Man, offense is not going to be a problem. I'm tell you that right now.
Yeah. I ain't got that to say. I'm Deco. We're going to see.
He quiet this year, Greg.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Salt shaker.
Hey, them boys too little, bro, what I see, man. I done seen
BYU. Hold on.
I seen BYU. I seen Texas Tech. I seen Utah. Man, hey, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I know Georgia Tech.
What the eyes can't see. Look here.
Shit.
With Colorado,
This dude was the head coach.
But they not live when they went 9-3.
What school?
Colorado was
what school Marion came from?
Sacramento State. Yeah.
And what conference he was in?
Big Sky.
What their record was?
I think 75. 75.
You asked what the record was.
Okay, all right.
You asked what the record was the year before that.
The floor is yours. Talk, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead and hang yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
He changed up on the chat.
Hold up.
He changed up, chat.
Check. Can you hear me? Look here. I'm not defending Sacramento State. I simply said this man got an opportunity of his lifetime. This man gonna be sleeping in his office like Coach Prime.
Coach Prime didn't have no of his lifetime, JR. He had that either.
Look.
I'll ask a question, JR. I ain't ask you to laugh.
Coach Prime did his. When he got his opportunity, he did his. But this is the thing. He's a head coach.
He did what?
He as a head coach.
He did what? You said he did his thing. What he do?
As a head coach, look here, he came in, he sold the stadium out, he got people coming to the games. As a head coach, he did what he needed to do. Think about it. He made it click all your boxes, but 8 out of 10 was checked off for Colorado. That's why they paid him the money. In his second year, he had a winning record and went to a bowl game. That's what they wanted him to do. That ain't what we wanted him to do. Now what he have did, he said, I'm gonna handle my part. I'm gonna bring in an offense coordinator who's gonna do his part. We know at his part, no matter what conference you said, when he was at UNLV, when he was with LMNOP, well, all the places he was at, he put up 30 plus points as a coordinator. That's his history. He did it at Howard. He did anytime he had an opportunity to be a coordinator. So yes, this is his opportunity at this level. And that's why you see him looking like one of the kids at this table eating cereal at every meeting. Because he know what this means. He know if he hit this jackpot, he's set for life. That's what he know. So regardless of where he came from, what they did, that's irrelevant. It's the opportunity he has right now as a coordinator, not as a head coach. As a coordinator is what's right in front of him. If he do well with this, because everybody watching.
Yeah.
So they know this Coach Prime last leg. Last leg. You know, with 3 toes, it last leg, not even full. So you know what he up against. He got to win. Coordinator got 2 last coordinators who couldn't get the job. If he pulled this off, he's set for life. Because he's not just gonna win on the FBS stage or at Colorado. He on the Coach Prime stage. So he gonna get the spotlight that Coach Prime get when he lose or when he win. He know he gonna get it. So he can't fail. Fail is not an option.
All right.
It's not an option.
That's all we got. Hey, chat, B. Watson changed up on us, man.
Now
I'm just observing.
Ever since Cole Hart got moved, he ain't been the same. Ever since Cole Hart been down this, and he's still on the staff. B. Watson been salted ever since that doggone Virginia Tech linebacker.
hey, JR, I'm just being observant. That's all.
I'm being observant.
I'm just being observant. Yeah. Make sure I record. I'm gonna make sure I'm making sure I save this recording. Yeah.
B. Watson got a caution sign behind him. He just ain't showing it.
All that salt, he's salty. Hey, all that salt he don't pulled out. He don't got salty on this.
Yeah, I got salty this year, but you ain't catching me out there this year.
No, man. About players though. You notice we're not talking about players. We're talking about the coach. We never talked about the coach. When have we ever talked about the coach outside of Livingston his first year and he produced? You know, from a whatever, but we never talked about the coach. I mean, Salt's gonna do this, do that. You know, we realize the player is only as good as the system he's in.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just looking at them other teams, man. I seen how them other teams is, man. They big and they physical, bro. BYU ain't losing nobody. Utah ain't losing nobody.
They got a whole new coach.
Man, they still got them players. They still got some players, bro.
Utah ain't really do much with Colorado's skimping team at the end of this year.
Here we go again. He said this last year about Georgia Tech, Utah. What they got to do?
Georgia Tech also got beat by Colorado too.
For me, the way I look at it, for me,
they defense. I'm just worried about the defense, man.
You got to be worried about the defense.
Livingston gave up 400 yards per game, JR.
That's a lot, man. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you, man. It's a lot, man.
Hey, JR, Greg, he gave up 400 yards to running quarterbacks. They wasn't throwing the ball. They was running quarterback, and them running quarterbacks is still in the league. They still in the conference. They still coming back this year. I guess the Go-Go I guess he's gonna coach the defense too.
Be wise. This is what you're not understanding. We talked about it this time last year. Where your linebackers go, so does your defense. You're not understanding that. You keep talking about these running quarterbacks, the JV running backs coming out of high school running 200 yards. Gerard Botson want to quit every week because they running 200 yards a game.
They were.
If your linebackers out here playing around and they la la. Like, what's gonna happen? That's the purpose of your linebackers. If they running over here and the ball is over there, and what you expect to happen? That's why they're there. They're not there for decoration. They're not chess pieces on the chessboard. They're not gonna be used. That linebacker gotta be the smartest and the most athletic, not the athletic far as just you gotta be able to have linebackers who they really gonna be the leader of your defense. You can't keep having your safety be the leader of your defense. Every time the safety was the leader of our defense, what happened?
So what makes you think it ain't gonna happen this year? You got the same coach?
Silo made linebacker coach. No, because the first year Silo made the first tackles. He at Jacksonville State. That was a whole defense coordinator. Livingston came in. Who was it? Hill Green was the man. Go back this year. Who you had? Bayard didn't even start. He became the man. You can't live and die off your safeties, man. Cause what that mean? They tackling the man 15, 20 yards down the field with one arm. Their safeties keep getting hurt. All your safeties got shoulder problems. Shiloh done broke his arm. Bayard got a whole cast over this arm. He done broke the other arm. You can't keep putting them in. That man got 230-pound running back running head downfield on him, full steam, and he 180 pounds. And he got to come up and hit him. That ain't fair. The whole fools in the second level supposed to be handling that way before that. He supposed to be coming in to help out, the ball pop out, pick up the fumble, strip the ball. He ain't supposed to be going head to head 20 yards away with nobody 230 pounds every game.
But we know that, Greg. We know that. They don't.
We know that. That's a linebacker
is still over there.
That's why they went and got 3 linebackers who was captains on their teams. They ain't never done that before. All the other linebackers they got was scrubs.
They got 3 linebackers again, like you saying, gonna be lined up on the line of scrimmage. And when that quarterback break through, what you gonna say then?
If you do that, we're gonna fire him.
I don't care what you mean.
We're gonna pick it right there for 3 years. Right there to Georgia. I'm gonna bring
JR. He been doing it for 3 years. JR, what make him change?
You know why he didn't do it when he'll go.
Coach Prime ain't them making change. Coach Hart didn't making change. What make you think the go-go man gonna make a change?
Right now. They listen to us right now. We telling them right now, because I know they listening. Quit putting all the guys up on line unless you're going to drop into positionless defense and drop them. Don't leave them on the line unless you're going to drop them. Don't do that every play. Don't work. It didn't work at Kansas. It didn't work at Kansas State. It didn't work the whole last season. So we know that don't work. Now, if they get up there and they fake and they drop back, that's cool. Do that every play. Don't let them know who's going to drop back. Drop back a defensive lineman every now and then to throw them off. But don't line everybody up there and the quarterback go there and run straight up the middle. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
That's my problem right there. That's my problem. We've been saying it for 3 years that ain't gonna work while they doing that. But every year they go out there and do that.
Hold on. He only been there 2 years now.
He only been there 2 years.
We're not gonna give him credit.
This is coming up on his 3rd year though.
First year it was
okay. Take what's the difference? Take 1 year away. What they go? What that do? They still got 400 yards on the credit game.
2 different coordinators did look alike. The secondary looked bad and the linebackers looked bad.
Who the secondary coach?
No pressure on the
Who the DB coach?
Coach Mathis.
Is he still there?
He the cornerback coach, yeah. He's still
there. I didn't hear you, JR.
He's still there, BY.
Okay.
I heard the other people say that they was chumping him. So they ain't listening to him or Coach Prime. The old DBs was like, yeah, man, get out my face. So they won't listen to him. So maybe they get some DBs to listen to him. Because I heard that Mathis was telling them stuff. Maybe he was saying in the Michael Jackson voice or something too low. And maybe they ain't listen to him. You know, but I heard that Mathis would say stuff and they were like, man, this was other people. Yeah.
You know, I what I will say, I'll say as far as the for Coach Livingston, look, something got to change, and job security is always something that you cherish. So his job on the line this year. If the defense come out,
last year of contract.
Yeah, if the defense come out and it looks identical to last year, and you'd have brought in new linebacker coach, and you know you got in new talent, because everybody was saying, well, it's the players, and me, I was hard on the coaches. I was like, nah, dog, because everybody looked the same, from the secondary to the linebackers to the defensive line. There was a disconnect, and you know, look, if you want to go and say, well, Coach Pecco came in, but when Coach Pecco came in, D. Lou left. D. Lou was the ones recruiting them guys. So they came in thinking they playing for D. Lou. Then D. Lou in the 9th hour said, hey, man, I'm sorry, I got to go to Miami, my alma mater. And then you bring in Coach Pecco. So now those guys there, and they like, well, this one the coach that really brought. So maybe that could be some of it. I'm not saying that's the end-all, be-all, but that could be some of it. From a defense perspective, look, I was always hard on the linebackers. I've been hard on the linebackers for quite some time, man. It didn't look right to me, because it looked like everybody was doing the same thing. You take one guy out, you bring another guy in, he making the same mistake. I can't put that on the player necessarily. It got to be a mechanism of teaching at that point. And then from a secondary standpoint, look, Coach Livingston had the secondaries. lit. Once he figured out a rotation, he had them lit. Once he got Byard in there and Slaughter in there, they was lit. They was playing. You just had to get through Ben. You had to get through Carter to find a decent rotation. So hopefully they can get to the rotations a little bit quicker this year. And then as far as the cornerbacks, look, you bring in more talent, hoping that you bolster the competitiveness there, because they were lacking of talent in that position. And it just showed, man. Some guys were getting beat week after week on the same play.
Let me ask you this, Jay.
That's not coaching, that's talent.
Let me ask you this. The recruiting from the defensive back, you see anybody that you like? At least one, other than Boo Carson. I'm talking about defensive back, cornerback.
I'm trying to think from a cornerback perspective. Trying to think. I think his name is Cree Johnson. He's a guy, came in. He played at Notre Dame. He started at Notre Dame, got hurt, couldn't get his spot back. That sometimes that's sports. So you start the season off, you get hurt, and you can't get back on the field because the guy that was waiting to get in your spot playing just as well. So that kind of sucks. So maybe he could, maybe anchor that side of the ball. They got a last-minute guy from Lamar University. Look, he led the NCAA in pass breakups. So that's an achievement within itself. You lead the NCAA in pass breakups on all levels. You're getting thrown at a lot, but you're not giving up much. You're breaking up passes. So, hopefully he can solidify one spot. But look, that is going to be an area of concern because you didn't bring in like a top flight guy. Like, all right, he got that side, it's locked down. Now we just, like Travis. When Travis came, you knew he got that side locked down. We just got to get somebody to kind of offset the other side. We good to go.
Sound like it's going to be RJ Johnson.
I don't know. I salute to RJ Johnson though. He ain't scared of the competition, or he definitely didn't hop in the portal. So he understood, his worth. Like, man, if I get in that portal, look, I might get stuck. No, let me chill out for a second. But like Greg said, man, look, the secondary, the linebackers, they was exposed a lot last year, man. Hell, the whole defense was exposed a lot last year. But I will say for Coach Livingston, once he got a combination of safeties back there, it worked out for him. Byard was a high performer because if you remember when we was going through the summer, B. Watson, Greg, and we was doing player profiles, I wasn't that high on Byard. I specifically said on the tape at USF, sometimes he don't show up in the games. He had a good game against Alabama, but then they'll go and play, somebody in that division, and he just kind of a part of the flow. Like, he's not standing out. He took full advantage of the platform this year, and he balled out. It was literally the start of defense. So,
yeah, man, you start the defense when all the tackles got to be made 30 yards upfield. You're going to be the start. Shiloh was the starter first year. That's why they said he should have went on in the draft before the show do a slide. He probably would have been better off. And he came back and they screwed him because they was ready to screw everybody at that point. And they did. But, Byard, he did what he did. And I'm telling you, man, like the boy that ran a 4.45 at linebacker, they coming for him next year. Colorado's at the point where they treating Colorado almost like James Madison. These people, you get on this stage and they going to come on up to the SEC. It would have happened to Indiana if Mark Cuban didn't step in. Mark Cuban stepped in, like, y'all ain't finna do that. I don't know what he got up there in Indiana, but he making sure they have what they need. And I think, Coach Prime better get on his contacts as well. Like they're going over that.
You don't know what he got up there. $60 million. That's what he gave $60 million to you.
I'm saying, I don't know what he got business-wise. His team is in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So I would have thought he would have supported somebody down closer to where he at. I don't know.
That's his alma mater. He graduated from.
He went to school there.
Coach Prime supposed to went and got some of that oil money. You know what I'm saying? Over there in Dubai or something. Help over there with Yo-Yo them. You know what I'm saying? Get some of Yo-Yo people.
Get some of that Emirates money.
Some of that oil money, because that's what it's gonna take because people gonna ravage your team. Oh, let me get that. Let me get that. I like that. Because they weren't even checking on Bayer. I mean, don't get it twisted. Bayer was actually hired, recruited before he came to Colorado. So he had some other teams, probably the same people who recruited him now, but he showed he can play at this level officially. So it's like, it's not a gamble. But if these boys get out there and ball out, everybody gonna have to re-recruit them every year. Until
for sure.
You know, a money issue like a Jordan or whatever. You know, it's like I just want to play the money game now. So 1 year at a time.
That's natural. They gonna do that. They gonna lose some players on that regardless.
Because Campbell running a 4-4. He looking like Isaiah Bond out at 1-4-3. He wasn't even running at full speed. He just like, oh, y'all want me to run? Okay. But I know they said that these boys run a 10-8. They say you run a 10-8, that equates to like a 4, mid 4-4, 4-5. I said, well, that boy run a 10-1. They said he run a 10-1, 10-2. I said, well, that's a 4-3, 4-2. That boy they said he can get down to a 4-2.
Yeah, he probably can.
So what happened with that guy? So that, and they watching, they licking their chops like vultures. Oh, we already put that name down. We going for him next year. University of Texas. They already licking.
I mean, well, he was recruited to he got recruited to Texas A&M, but it came during the coaching change. He got recruited by one staff, and then Jimbo Fisher out, and then what's his name? I forget the name of the A&M coach.
He chose to go to Sacramento.
Yeah, he came in, and it was kind of just like, all right, well, the coach that really recruited me ain't here no more, so he left the program. So I'm look, they got a lot of speed. Look, B-Watch, you concerned about them being small. For me, I don't really look at it as a big concern. Skill position players. No, I don't look.
In the trenches.
I mean, I haven't seen all the trench players yet. I haven't seen all the trench players yet. What they've been highlighting for the most part is just skill position guys, which is, that's gonna bring the views. Because you just showing me all offensive linemen doing some 40-yard run. I ain't trying to see no offensive linemen do no 40-yard run.
No, they showed
they got tape of that, but they ain't showing that.
Yeah, but they brought in on paper. Hey, you looking at them? Everybody, why do you not realize how small people look without their clothes, without equipment on?
I don't be looking at them like that.
You know, a regular dude can look like this, and when they put equipment on, you see how big Hill Green look way bigger in equipment than he did without the clothes on.
Yeah.
Them shoulder pads and helmet make you look big, man. Tyler Brown look big with equipment on. He just like a regular dude with no clothes, with no equipment on. I mean, he had big arms, but he didn't look like a big lineman. So you put them big old knee braces on and all that, then you look like a lineman. Yeah. Except them like 6'7" linemen, like everybody like these basketball linemen, they like 6'7", they be slim. Then they usually have like little legs, chicken legs looking linemen.
I'm not worried about that defense, bro.
I think they got what they need to compete in the Big 12. Now, if you want to,
man, they had to wait.
Yeah, you want to, look, a real test is going to be Georgia Tech and Northwestern, right? You got an ACC and a Big 10 team, and Northwestern was kind of like middle of the pack when it came to the Big 10 last year. So you got two early tests in the beginning of the year to kind of see where they at. I mean, I can see the concern as far as in the trenches, maybe some of the metrics of size is not really jumping off for you, but it's a long way to August, September. So some guys can still put on, 10, 15 pounds, situation like that.
Well,
they can put on 10, 15 pounds. Especially if there's certain weight targets and requirements that these guys got to meet and hold to. So you kind of want, however you building your team, maybe he just don't want a big offensive lineman. He run a lot of misdirection. So if he look, I got a guy that's 370 pounds, he ain't going to be able to make that pull and get to that block or get to that misdirection of what we trying to achieve offensively. So really got to kind of diagnose the scheme a little bit more. And make it happen, but as long as the technique sound and the receivers, you can see all the receivers they win on the line of scrimmage. So they gonna chop him up and they gonna move and they gonna make a quick and early target for Juju. And if he remains as accurate as we believe him to be, it should be a fun offense to watch. That's what I think.
B Watts, it ain't no maybe in it. He wants linemen that move. If Jordan Cedar had to stay, that probably would intimidate him. He got to move a lot. Like they move, they crisscrossing and all kinds of crap.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about this offense that I don't. So we all new to this, and I'm not an expert on their offense, but I know about this style of offense. Let me tell you something. If you bullish with this type of offense, that's the worst thing you can do. If you overly aggressive, like everybody been bogarting us, like pulling everybody up on the line and blitzing, that's the worst thing you can do. Because what you can't do is you can't line up when your man leaves. And because he got all this movement going on, they can audible, they can do a lot of stuff to make people move. You can, that's why we was sitting ducks, because the fool didn't put nobody in motion. So everybody sit there said, and everybody come up to the line, and the quarterback don't change no play, and they didn't run right into it. But when you got people moving and going here and going there, they can't just, first of all, they got to pay attention to what's going on. They can't just come line up all them people off the edge and blitz like that. Because the way that, first of all, you ever seen wing T and all these type of offense? They are built to attack your aggression. Because it's a RPO at all times. At all times, every play has an RPO. So that guy coming off the edge, that quarterback run right at him and pitch it or keep it.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't going for it this year.
They gonna attack your aggression. That's why those offenses are so dangerous, because they require a whole lot of discipline. They require you to pay attention to everything, because if you got your mind made up on what you're gonna do without paying attention to what they're gonna do, those kind of offenses eat you alive. That's why Air Force beat the mess out of people. Georgia Tech back in the day used to run this kind of stuff.
Hey, real crazy. You see what he put in the chat, dude?
What that?
I said, you see what Ram put in the chat? Put them salt shakers down. Hey, D-Watts ain't going for it this year, man. You ain't up here.
Hey, they gonna try to shake what's up this year.
I will admit, Salter was a year behind. Salter was a year behind. He would have like this. Salter would have did good in this.
Yeah, they quit on Salt, man. Coaching
staff. You can't. I mean, what do you say? He was the wrong guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had no identity. Everybody talking about. It wasn't good for them.
All right, fellas. I was up. JR, give us your last word, and Greg, let us know where they can find you, bro.
Hey man, hey, B-Watts hell, chat. Y'all see how he is. Look at him. He hell, man. Now salute to you, man. Like Greg just said, it's a long off season, man. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic, you know.
I'm optimistic. Long as they get their defense right. But Georgia Tech don't tell me everything. And
we'll see. We'll be there. You know. And but yeah, man, like I said, good chopping it up with you, man. And it's gonna be a long fall.
How many games you said they're gonna win that, JR?
A long winter and spring. I said at least 6. I said 6.
You don't drop it down to 6.
No, I've been at 6. Chat. Hey, validate that for me, chat. I've been at 6. Let B-Watts know I've been at 6. But yeah, it's gonna be a long winter, spring and fall, man, till we, you know what I'm saying, see what it actually look like.
Yeah.
But, it's gonna be interesting, man. Because I don't think we're gonna get a lot of it. Like once they start putting it together and stuff like that, I don't think they're gonna be showing a lot of it, like how they was doing. You know, we're gonna get small bits and pieces of it, but I don't think they're gonna show a lot of it, man. So,
hey man, I think the whole point of Well Off this year is to kind of to introduce you to the players, get to know the players behind the scenes, tell jokes with the equipment people, all that type of stuff. I don't think it's really to show you the plays, which is fine because that's what we really in for. You know, getting to know the players and their background and all that. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm not in it for no 6 wins. Like, come on, man. We doing all this talking every week for 6 wins, man. We can talk. We can take the summer. We can wait till the summer and come back and do that. Like 6 wins. Who talks about a 6-win team every week consistently?
I said at least.
That's why B Watts all froze up now. He said because the Falcons about to join right in with it. Stefanski was gonna do something different now.
I bet he ain't going to no Falcons game this year.
He wanted to switch to the Falcons, but the Falcons let him down. He had hope. He don't lost hope in everything.
Everybody know that grade team.
I ain't been in no Falcon game. You can't pay me to go to Falcon game. You can pay me to go to Falcon game. Nah, I don't know, man. I hope it ain't a long off season, but I know the year go by fast, so I'm not rushing to now another. What I ain't doing with y'all is rushing another fall. The way this fall just deteriorated up on us. I'm not rushing to no doggone August. I'm just not into it. So it is gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to have these old dry. I don't know Colorado. I don't care what they doing on this well. I'm just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna oversell Georgia Tech either. I know B Watts really want to oversell Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech ain't told us what they got. They just lost their quarterback. That carried them for the last 2 years. So I don't know what Georgia Tech gonna tell me. And I can't say Georgia Tech gonna tell me anything else. I just know it's just another game, and they gotta win it.
Yeah, they lost a lot, man. They lost their offensive coordinator, lost the defense coordinator. Georgia Tech lost a lot, man.
Yeah, I'm just Greg said I'm doing what I can do. I'm only here to be positive. I'm just here because I believe in the product, or else I would have packed it up like all the other folks and went in the portal. But I said when Marion came, I said, okay, we got something to talk about. Cause I ain't just talking for fun. I got other stuff I can be doing, So if it ain't something I believe they can do, I ain't here to gas nobody up. Y'all ain't put no gas in my tank because I'm saying. So it's like, if I say it, I mean it. And I can't speak for Livingston. I
know that. Hey, I don't think I can speak what you done showed me.
Yeah, he showed a whole lot. But I feel like with some linebackers, the only time I seen his system work is when they had a good linebacker. So they got 3. So as long as the offense is able to score and you got some good linebackers, you should at least win 9 games, between 8 and 10 games. You should at least win those. Now I don't know what the other teams looking like. The schedule don't came out.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed by Utah. I'm not impressed by Arizona State. I'm not impressed by the way they struggled with a weak, dilapidated Colorado. With Jordan Seaton standing on the sideline with his gold diamond chains on and stuff. I'm not impressed. Nobody impressed me. Maybe Texas State had a good year. I don't know. I didn't watch them like that. I'm not intimidated by nobody.
All right. That's Greg said it, and J.R. Box.
B Watts changed, sir. Make sure y'all let him know he done changed up every time he come live. B Watts changed.
Boone Carter, let's go. I'm rocking with Boone Carter. Somebody who got some stardom on their name. Somebody who know these players, man. Who is this, man?
Well, you know what? I noticed.
Boone Carter. Boone Carter.
You ain't gonna get Juju.
Yeah.
You went against Alta last year.
Juju.
He ain't got enough pizzazz for you.
Man, they put Juju out there first game. His name went to try, bro. Ain't nobody talking about Juju no more.
He was a freshman, man. He was off the bench.
You act like he wasn't no freshman when you were gassing him up.
I ain't gassing him up.
Ain't nobody talking about Juju
All I'm
no
saying
more.
is he would have been playing better at that point if they had started him early in the season.
Man, y'all. He changed up on us, man.
Hey, man. Boone Carter. Boone. Boone Carter for Colorado. He the face of Colorado. Boone Carter.
The face of Colorado. That's Pat-Man Jones. That's Pat-Man Jones Jr.
Boone Carter is the face of Colorado. Okay, JR. Name me another player got.
Nah, you said you done. I'm done. He ain't been trying to
so you saying Colorado is a bunch of off-brand? But ain't that how Indiana was? Indiana was a bunch of off-brand people you couldn't name other than Benson.
Colorado got a bunch of G5 FCS players with an offensive coordinator. Huh?
And they won a national championship. Indiana's a bunch of G5 no name people outside.
No, Indiana had a bunch of older guys, 28, about 27, 28, and they got a good coaching staff.
Hold on, man. Not 27, 28.
How old they was?
They was about 24, 25.
No, man. Me and Steve Google them.
24, 25.
Nah, them dudes, hey, man, them dudes that were going to work, they were going to work on their construction.
Kids at the house.
The hell, they had kids. They did.
Like me.
Hey, them guys got kids at home. He went home and changed clothes from that construction job. And he went to school, bro.
Yeah, man. 27,
man.
28. Cut it out, man.
Hey. I hope they do win, man. I just want to see, boy, you got Utah.
He don't see too much.
BYU.
They are. He said, I don't know, man.
I don't know, bro.
Last year hurt, didn't it?
Yeah, boy, hey, what? But you know how painful it was to come on here and talk about Colorado.
Yeah. You know how painful it was to stay up to 10:15 half the game?
Yeah.
10:15 p.m. Eastern. They really started at 10:30.
Yeah. Man, we were staying up 1 o'clock texting each other.
It was already 10:15. It started at 10:35, 10:40. Golly.
2 o'clock, JR still texting. Man, you see that play, man? Why Coach Prime ain't got his headphone down? I said it's 2 o'clock in the morning, big dog.
That was painful. That's what's painful.
That's painful, boy.
All night to watch somebody.
Yeah, that took me out.
Hey,
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog, Coach Prime, man.
Hey, yeah, shout out to Coach Prime. K-Salt. K-Salt, I still rock with you, boy. I lost plenty of sleep when you rolling out to the right and you threw that ball up in them damn stand. That ball was sitting right there in front of you.
No, he threw it right through it, man.
Hell, man. You hell, man.
Hey, that was painful, JR. That painful, bro. That was painful. Fellas, y'all be good, man.
All right, bro.
Are you practicing to practice or are you practicing to be great? Which way am I going?
Today's supposed to come, you on the way.